Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like the diamond in the sky.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from any part of the world, please kindly go to the comment section after watching my video. Put down your comment out there, say it the way you feel it and express yourself. Remember, in this channel I bring you information on things that are happening in Nigeria, and when it happens, where it happens, with whom it happens. I bring it to your doorstep for you to be aware. Today I'm going to share with you a very emotional video that was made by the younger sister to the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have been abducted by the Nigerian government and sent to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. It is not all sweet, A lot of speculation has been going out there. So many people have been saying a lot of things online. But I think hearing from the sister directly will give an insight on what is really going on with the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us watch the video carefully from beginning to the end so that we can have first-hand information on what is going on in the life of the supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's watch.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be. First of all, I want to start by thanking all the people, thanking IPOB Germany for the protest and for standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to thank Brazil. I want to thank United States of America for all their effort and for standing with him at this point in time. I want to thank all of you. And I want to thank a sister too, Elizabeth Bosman, a South African sister who stood with us to show solidarity and to ask for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my eldest brother, and the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. So far, I want to let you know, like I said before, that his condition, the torture, the inhuman treatment that was meted on him in Kenya enlarged his heart by 13%. He is dying in detention. And we are doing everything possible to make sure that we'll get him a doctor that will take care of him. And we are doing everything too possible to make sure that the trial that is coming up on the 26th of July, this month, that he will be well represented, both internationally and locally. And we will continue our protest, and other cities too is still rising up, is still standing with him, is still doing the needful, because we will not abandon him. We will always be with him. So his condition is not very okay, because we all know what DSS stands for and what they represent. We all know that nobody can be comfortable in the midst of brutal Department of State Security, DSS. Since 2015 till date, we all know what he has gone through, the torture and what befell him while in their custody. We all know what DSS is capable of doing. DSS doesn't obey court order. We all know that. DSS is above the law as far as Nigeria is concerned. So he is not safe in the hands of the DSS. And I doubt he cannot get a fair trial in Nigeria. So I urge all Biafrans to be steadfast. I urge all of you to be with him, because I am depressed. I am saddened for those of them who rejoice and gloat over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's extraordinary rendition. We all know that it's a global crime, that it is a heinous crime that was committed against him, because Kenya delivered him to Nigeria after so much torture, after every allegation. They tortured him, asking him if he was a terrorist. He was tortured to the point of death. But it's only by the grace of Chukwu Kikapiyama that he was able to survive it. They did this, and yet they are pretending as if they don't know the crime that they have committed. And I am calling upon the ICC, upon the European Union, upon the lovers of freedom. I am calling upon the UK Parliament. I'm calling upon Boris Johnson. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen, and Nigeria and Kenya do not have, it is not in their jurisdiction to extradite him to Nigeria, because he is not a Nigerian. He is a British citizen. He has renounced that a long time ago. So the crime they committed is a crime against humanity. The crime they committed, Kenya and Nigeria, is a heinous crime. It is, and they broke an international law. And I am believing that the UK government will do something in regards to that, in regards to his fundamental human right, in regards to his protection. Because I know they will kill him, and they will kill him in detention. They have tried that before, and they are willing to do that. They want to kill him. They want to kill him. They want to assassinate him by all means. But I want to make a promise to the Nigerian government. There are millions of Nnamdi Kanus. Biafra is an ideology that cannot die. It cannot be killed. It cannot be exterminated, because it lives inside every one of us. And I want to tell them that no matter what they do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it cannot stop the agitation and the quest for Biafra. Biafra must be restored. The sovereign state of Biafra and freedom is all that we ask. And I know that it is not a crime to ask for freedom. We are asking for freedom, because the killing of our people, the unjust killing of our people, the magnitude is something else. They've been killing us in our thousands. They are killing our people every day in Biafra land. Our people are being abducted every day, even from Obibo, from different parts of Biafra land. And the world is keeping quiet. And the world is pretending as if they don't know what is going on. That they don't know that an unannounced genocide is going on in Igbo land. We are being slaughtered every day like chickens. And I am asking, when will this day stop? When will all these things, which day will this thing come to a stop? When will it stop? Our mothers cannot go to the farm. When they go to the farm, they are raped. When our sisters go to the farm, they are butchered, bit by bit, and dumped everywhere. Who is going to protect us? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụkwanụ ugegbe anyị ji ahụ ụzọ. He is the eyes that we see. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents justice for all Igbos. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents freedom for all, not just the Biafrans. He's even fighting for the Northerners as well. I don't know why there is so much hatred against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbos and the IPOB. I don't know what we have done. We have never carried arms against the Nigerian state. We have only come out with our flags and our phones to protest. Instead of them to listen to us and dialogue with us, they clamp down on us. But they treat terrorists in the north with a kid's glove. And you are telling me there is something like one Nigeria. And you want me to believe that actually that one Nigeria created by Britain actually is for all, that it exists. No, it doesn't exist. We will continue. I will plead with every one of us to continue. Go to your Twitter. Tell the world what is happening. Take onto your social media platforms and speak out what our people is going on. Yes, we may forget what our enemies said against us, but we can never forget our friends who kept quiet when we are being killed. Our blood, our flesh and blood, our kin. I am here today to tell the world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the possibility of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dying in detention in the hands of the DSS and Nigerian government is 85%. I am asking all hands to be on deck. Remember our leader in your prayers. Remember our leader and do the needful. We are protesting in diaspora. Wherever you are, make sure that you come out. Because the fight that we are fighting is not just for our personal gain. But this is a fight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for the betterment of the Biafran people. For a new Biafra that is to come. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents the poor masses. He represents the widows. He represents the orphans. He represents the people who have nobody to speak for them. And I stand in solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I stand with him and whatever that he represents. I can never abandon him. I can never abandon the struggle. We will continue because arresting him, I think, is one of the biggest mistakes Nigerian government have ever made. Because they don't have any right to extradite him from Kenya. Tortured him, kept him in a dehumanizing condition, and smuggled him into Nigeria. Have you ever asked yourself what transpired? What happened? You knew how brutal they are. These are people who do not have value for human lives, people who do not respect the right of a person. The brutality of DSS. The brutality of DSS. DSS have killed and murdered a lot of people. People who died not because they committed crime, who died innocently in their hands, and they're underground. They torture, yet will claim to be in a democratic dispensation. I ask the Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I ask the EU to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I ask the United Nations to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I ask the UK Parliament to free and protect their citizens. I don't know why they are silent. Does it mean that the British government have a hand in the extraordinary rendition of their citizen, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is there something they're not telling us? Because I remember they fought for Omar Odiko, who is just a resident and not a British citizen, when he was extradited. They fought for him. I don't know, is it because of the revolutionary principles of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is that why Britain is keeping quiet? Is that why they are not doing anything to protect the fundamental human right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who happens to be a British citizen? Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did nothing wrong. He is not wrong by calling for self-determination. He is not wrong by calling for his people's freedom. He is not wrong for saying enough is enough, stop killing my people. They did nothing wrong. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else. I don't know what else we will do. But I want to tell you today, do not relent. Remain resolute and keep on keeping on. Because at the end, I know that we will win. I know that we will win. We will come out victoriously. Because I am sure that this is an international case. So, I want to ask the Nigerian government if they have this capacity to carry out an extraordinary rendition or a forceful rendition on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. Does it mean that they cannot do the same in the Sambisa? Does it mean that they cannot combat the terrorists, the Fulani terrorists that is ravaging and displacing people in their homes in the north? Does it mean that they cannot clamp down on them? Does it mean that Nigerian government doesn't have what it takes to stop this impending doom that is ravaging the entire Nigerian nation? Does it mean that the Nigerian government do not know who these Fulani terrorists or headsmen are? Because Miyetti Allah comes out openly and says that they are the ones responsible for the chaos and for the killings and for the displacement of people in Nigeria. And yet, the Nigerian government is keeping quiet because they are the sponsors of Fulani herdsmen and Boko Haram. They sponsor them. They give them amnesty. They recruit them into the military. When they go, at any slightest provocation, what they do is shoot aside. The same thing they did when they came to our house in Afaruku Ibeku in 2017. The day they came with their armored tanks and their, what is it called? Is it their gunship or whatever it is called? Their helicopter gunship that was hovering the whole of the village. Which one are we going to? Is it the Isu airstrike? They have been using airstrike on our people. They have been using airstrikes in Igbo land, killing our people. Yet the world is keeping quiet. Our people are being slaughtered every day. The Fulani controlled government want to exterminate the Igbos from Biafra land. They want to kill all of us. And I don't know what we did to deserve all this. We are not people, we are not terrorists. We are freedom fighters. We are asking to have our own independent state because of a lot of things that the Fulanis have done. They have committed heinous crimes against humanity. The slaughter of people in the north, the slaughter of Christians in the north, the slaughter of IPOB protesters since 2015 till date, their abduction, they kill us at will. And I think they are pushing us to a point where enough is enough. But in my heart of heart, I am believing that we are going to have good news very soon. And I want to thank ESN too for protecting our land. If not for ESN, our land would have been taken from us. They would have overrun us by now. Because of their Islamic agenda.